Hello everyone. Earlier we discussed about these three Rust fundamentals, which is variable, constant, and data types. In this video, we are especially going to discuss the strings and how we can define them. So there are two types. There are two ways in by which we can define a string in Rust. Let me show you both. S1 is equal to, we just defined normal string. Okay. If we define this like this, you can see that this is the end string annotation that is coming here. Let me define it in another way, which is using string. So this string will definitely on the heap, the values of string actually. Let me show you normal heap string. Okay, so this string will definitely on the heap. The value is on the heap. The pointer will be on the stack. The capacity and everything. This value can't be means can be on the heap, can be on the static in the static memory, can be in the stack. So this doesn't whenever we define this like this, it doesn't own the string. Where here it owns the string. And the second way we can understand this like S1 is always immutable and S2 is mutable. We can just mutate the S2 string, but can't mutate the S1 string. Okay, so let me also define. There are some other things that is possible. Let's suppose S2 and S2 we want to push means okay, we will need to define actually mutable here keyword, then it will be fine. So S2 dot push string heap mother. I don't know why it is saying mother. Heap value. Okay, so it is like S2 now is heap value. Let me print it now. S1 and S2 both. And now if you will see like the value is S1 is normal, S2 is heap value. So heap is from here, value is from here. So you can mutate the heap actually the string. So this is there are two ways only. One or more method that is usable are like let's suppose length is equal to s1 plus length. So this is the way we define the length. Actually s2 that length also we can do, and we just if we run it, you will see length is equal to 10. Okay, and apart from it, anything that we can discuss, because this is the topic that I will discuss in the borrowing and borrowing concepts. So but yeah, just I'm thinking like if I can discuss anything else apart from it. Yeah, there is one more thing, that string concatenation. Let's suppose we have two string. Let's suppose let c1 is the string which we like string dot from, and this is one s1 and sorry c1, and also there is one more string that is c2, and we want to combine them. Okay, let c1 c2 is equal to c1 plus this and c2, because we this is means expected, because in c2 it is expecting to be and actually and string, not like this. So that is one thing that you need to remember. And let me print them c1 c2. Okay, what it is saying actually, the error is value used after being moved. Okay, so the thing is like c1 value is already moved to here. Actually that's why we can't use it. So the heap value and everything is moved here. If you see, we are not error in the c2 because we take the value of the c2, not the whole ownership. So what we can do here, like we can comment this out either, or print the c1 c2 only, or I will explain this in the ownership and the borrowing lecture. That's why I'm just skipping them. Sorry. In the next lecture I will explain them, the borrowing rules, so and the ownership rules. So that's why I'm just skipping them. The core idea is like c1 value is moved to the c1 c2. That's why I said like this is the value that we have taken, this is the c1, we have the heap allocation and the pointer that we have taken from c1 to c1 c2. Okay, so this is the ownership movement. I will explain it means in the upcoming chapters. This is the basic fundamental chapters, so I don't want to discuss. So this is the common string means how we can define in Rust and how we can use them. Apart from that, I will also define means discuss the function also, because it is very small topic. So functions are like let me define two functions actually. Let me define the print function actually. Okay, print just print function. Okay, we can just say print hello. So if you see this, we are using function from the start. We just use the fn whenever we want to just create a function, just use this variable fn, and we can call it here actually print. Oh, sorry, we just call it print. Okay, this is called one uses it, just showing. Now there are like how we can pass the values in the function, how we can get the values in the function. I will define a function and show you both thing actually. Function add, so it is the add function which is taking two input and giving to one output actually. So if you see this, it already auto completes this. We are taking x, we are taking y, and we are returning some i32 type of value which we will see actually. So what we will do, x plus y. Okay, what we are returning, the value of x plus y. So if we want to use it now, so we can say like print um, add these two. Okay, and we can define it here, add, and we can say 2 3. Yeah, should be fine. So if we just run it, we will see like hello, which is from this, add these two is 5 actually. 2 plus 3 is 5. So this is the add function which is being called, and it is saying like it can be ignored the return type. So in Rust we can just ignore the return type, but we need to remove these two colon also. Like, so if I just remove it, it will throw an error like these two columns. So we need to remove it them also. So this is the one shorthand that you can use in Rust. So this is what is functions about. We discuss string and functions in this. In next lectures will be on the conditionals, loops, pattern matching. Quite interesting actually. Yeah, thank you.